another episode of Dave Flies RC. I'm David. Today we're continuing on our build of the Aeronaut Thermic Glider. And today we are looking at joining the two wing halves together. Last time we left, we had just fiberglassed in the wing brace, just in here. We decided we'd go ahead because you've obviously seen this part before, but obviously we put on the top wing sheeting, we put in the false leading edge and the final leading edge on there. We haven't done any sanding. We wanted to join these wing halves together first. We also have installed our little servo and just a barrier for our brakes. These two pieces were actually quite a bit off when we got them out the box. So we've been trying to straighten them up, but obviously these two pieces just go together like this here, and the servo goes in, and then we just simply operate the brake like that. Okay, today it is wing halves, so we want to actually join these two together and hopefully everything will go a-okay. So what we're going to do as normal, we're just going to use our two-part epoxy and then we'll clamp him together and we'll wait to see if he glues together all right. Normally in the manual they say to actually cover the front, bottom and top of this wing, but because we've put this extra bracing in, this wing shear webbing in here, we actually do this step slightly different to how they had it in the manual. Also it says to cover these separately with your coating before we join them together, but we decided we'd do it as one. We'll put the coating on as one wing piece. Okay, so here we go. Let's mix up some two-part epoxy. So basically this is our almost completed wing tip. We have our aileron here, servo tray. This is our dihedral brace. This one we have sanded got quite a nice leading edge on this one, and we're quite happy with shaping the wing tip. It didn't come out too bad. We've got a bit of a low spot here, but I'm not really too concerned about that. But it actually came out quite nice. So let's get into this wing joint. Okay, so we've got our two-part epoxy. So let's put the resin down first. I'm not sure how much we're going to need for this. I'm also a bit worried about that. Also, I've probably been a little bit naughty and haven't actually put the cables in for the servo. I'm just looking at that now and thinking, I hope I don't get too much glue on there and block the hole up. But we'll see how we go. So let's just pick some of this glue up. So if you haven't seen this channel before, thanks for dropping by. If you're returning, hope you're enjoying our build so far. I've had to try and do quite a little bit off camera because a lot of these steps are repetitive, especially with these wings. So this will be one of two wings, but we'll only just do the filming just on the one. We don't want to sit there and bore you up forever and a day. So obviously the weather out here hasn't been too flash, so we haven't done any flying this week, which is a bit of a letdown. We've had quite a lot of rain, so I suppose that's why we do some building instead. I don't think I've made up enough glue. I didn't realise it needs so much glue. So as always, if you're working on anything yourself and you'd like to send us some info through on what you're up to, we always like to see what people are up to, whether it be cars, aeroplanes or the like. Alright, let's get a good glue coverage. Just try and keep away from this little hole here. Yeah. It's going to be the same here. I'm going to get messy actually everywhere. So hopefully this will come out all right. I'm a little bit worried because we had a bit of a hard time with this dihedral brace, and I'm super worried that we haven't got the correct dihedral. But as long as we keep the two of them alike, I think it should be okay. Okay, so simply slide this little baby into here. We're using our 30-minute epoxy here, so hopefully that'll. Oh, and he's dripping out already. But hopefully this will give us a bit of time to get this working. Oh, I think I should have put an extra sheet down of the glue. Okay, so put that there. Let me run the second one here. I'm just going to put the bit of weight on the end here. Try and keep this as flat as we can. All right. Now I had a little bit of trouble. With this before. So I just want to try and pack a bit of, which is always the way here. Alright, so hopefully we'll keep this nice and level. Just put this on here. Okay. Well, let's go. Epoxy's starting to go off already. So we're just adding a little bit of extra bracing in here. It doesn't have it in the manual, but I've seen a couple of other videos, and they seem to put wind shear webbing in here, so we'll do it just to make sure. This will hopefully just give it a bit of extra support. So we've got that way down. We'll get some clamps on. This won't be much of a big step, but I need a bit of extra wood there. All right, so as to hoping that one will go okay, and obviously I should have used a bit more on the bottom because I think I've wrecked the sheet. Okay, so as we're getting a little bit closer, we've still got our mount our servo in here and then run our cable through. Because I've never flown one of these before, I think we're just going to, we're not really going to, or we'll connect it up, but we won't switch this channel on for the brakes. So when I cover it, I think we'll nice. We'll just fill those in for now, and then once we get a bit more experience, I think maybe we'll cut them back out and put the brakes in. It's just that the two pieces of these must have got water soaked or something. I've got a bit of moisture in them, and I've tried to straighten them out a couple of times with some weight and some water, but this one is not as bad as the other one, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Okay, so I know this was just a short step for today. It's more of a catch up than anything. It's just that with this wing design, we can see that it's the same process from the outer wing as the inner wing, so we didn't want to take up too much time. So we'll do the next one off camera, and then we're ready for a final sand and then covering. But I think before that, like I said, we've got the second wing to do, and then probably we want to finish off our V-tail, which we haven't quite done yet. So I think that might be the next step to go. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching. We hope to see you again on Dave Flies RC, and until next time, happy flying.